All right. Um, this video right here seemed a little bit interesting. It's the psychology of cheaters from Midnight Oracle One. Let me go ahead and subscribe. Boom, and like the video. It only takes a few seconds, but make sure y'all like and subscribe as well. But the reason this video seemed a little bit interesting is because I'm sure a lot of us, if not all of us, have been in this position, whether we got cheated on or whether we were the ones cheating. So me on the other hand, I experienced both ends of the stick, cheating and being cheated on. I guess I'm not making any excuses, but I didn't realize at the time that when I was cheating, that I was hurting the person that loved me so much, if that makes sense. It was more of an ego trip, notches on my belt type of look at me, I'm the man, I got all these hoes type shit. And to be honest, I feel bad about cheating till this day. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad about seeing her cry like that because that was never my intention. And I never really even thought about it. So, without further ado, let's get right into it for sure. Let's get right into it.
You ever notice how some people cheat and somehow still sleep at night? They look you
Well, let's start. My bad. Let's start here. What are they not gonna sleep at night and stay up all night? Like, stop it.
in the eyes, say, I love you, post couple photos, make future plans, and at the same time, they're flirting with someone else,
Mm,
texting someone else,
mm,
meeting someone else.
mm.
From the outside, it looks insane. You think, how do they live like this? How do they split themselves in half? How do they not explode from guilt? There's a whole psychological system behind a cheater, a way of thinking, a way of bending reality, a way of protecting their ego even while they destroy someone else's.
Mm.
And once you see that system, you stop being
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. I'm finna start crying. They need to change this fucking music, bruh. What the hell? Niggas started. I don't know what's going on with my body, my emotions. This shit got me crying. They finna start crying. Y'all don't feel that?
confused. You stop taking it as proof that you weren't enough, and you start seeing it for what it is, a
Okay.
pattern. Because
Yeah.
cheating is not proof of your inadequacy. It is proof of their deficiency. Let's break it down. Let's talk about how a cheater thinks before they cheat. Cheating almost never starts in the hotel room. It starts much earlier, in tiny private thoughts that slowly cross lines. It often begins
I'll say when I went through my little bullshit, when I was cheating, I didn't really think of anything in particular to begin with. I was just goddamn like, let me see, what was I think? I'm trying to fuck this bitch. Like that's literally it. Oh, this she look kind of good. I'm finna fuck her. I didn't think like anything because if I had thought, like now I'm a lot more mature. But at the time, if I had thought about it at all and realized what I was doing to my lady, then I would have never fucking did it. It wouldn't have been worth it in my eyes because it's just all bad. You know what I'm saying? On both ends, because even when she starts crying, then I start to feel bad and realize, like, fuck, I fucked up. And then I start crying. And now we both in a bad position. And now she don't even look at you the same because she held you up here as a hero. You could do no wrong until you did wrong. And that sucks because now it's like you're just like everybody else. You're no hero.
an inner story like, my partner doesn't really get me. This relationship is basically over anyway. I've given so much, I deserve something for myself. Those thoughts might have some
Mm.
truth in them. Maybe there are real problems, real distance, real hurt. But instead of facing those problems directly, they do something else. They split. On one side, I'm a good person. I'm not the type who cheats. On the other side, I'm talking to this person I shouldn't be talking to. I'm hiding things. When your actions and your values don't match, your brain goes into discomfort.
All right. I never thought like, oh, I'm talking to a person I shouldn't be, but I did think like, okay, I'm hiding shit. Like I can't let her see this. Like she wouldn't like that, or like if da da da, you know what I'm saying? Ah, that sucks, bro. This is an awkward conversation for sure, but we gotta be honest in educating ourselves, especially the youth, the people after me, because what's the point of me going through the mistake and you going through the same mistake? Nah, learn from me. That's how the smart do it. The wise.
Psychology calls it cognitive dissonance. It simply means my behavior and my self-image don't fit, so I need to change something. A healthy person will try to fix the behavior, end the flirting, have a hard talk with their partner, set boundaries. A cheater often goes the other way. Instead of changing what they do, they change how they explain what they do. It's not that serious. Everyone does this. If my partner really loved me, they would have noticed I'm unhappy. This is where another concept appears.
I guess I could agree with that a little bit because you do start to feel like, they put this perspective on all men where it's like all men ain't shit. So if all men ain't shit and everybody, all the men around in your life, in our life, is that we look up to or you look up to is doing this to their lady and y'all okay with it, like he's stepping out, oh, I'm about to step out, I'm about to step out, then it's like, well, maybe that's what everybody does, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's okay. Like shit, niggas ain't shit, so fuck it. That's what it started to become for me. So I could agree with that.
Moral disengagement. The process of switching off your own moral rules so you can do something you know is wrong without drowning in guilt.
Yeah.
So before the cheating even starts, the mind is already working hard, moving responsibility around, pushing the blame outward, softening the edges until the line doesn't look like a line anymore. So what makes some people more likely to cheat? Not everyone with problems cheats. Not everyone with
Well, first off, you gotta look some type of good. I ain't gonna nigga, you gotta look some type of good. You gotta have some type of DC, some type of smell good, some type of sauce. You know what I'm saying? Some type of get right, nigga. Cause you ain't finna get fucked by no ugly bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. That's number one.
opportunity cheats. So what makes the difference? Psychology points to a few patterns that show up again and again.
Okay.
One of them is attachment style. Attachment style is basically the way you learn to love and be loved based on early relationships. Studies show that people with avoidant attachment, the ones who pull away when things get too close, and people with highly anxious, unstable attachment are more likely to cheat than those with secure attachment. Why? Because closeness feels good, but also threatening. So they want intimacy, and at the same time, they want escape. Cheating becomes a twisted solution. I keep my main relationship so I don't feel alone, but I also keep something on the side so I don't feel trapped. Of course, it is not a real solution.
The double-edged sword for real. I feel that a little bit, but like at the end of the day, it's really just like never really thinking about it for real. Never really thinking about it. But once you start to think about what you're doing or what's being done, you start to realize that there's a whole psychology behind it. There's a whole mindset, and it's involuntary sometimes. Sometimes it's intentional as well. You never know. But be wary of the intentional ones for sure.
Avoidance in disguise. Another set of traits that show up a lot is linked to personality. Research talks about the dark triad: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy.
Machiavellianism.
Narcissism. I am special. The rules are different for me. Machiavellianism. People are tools, and I move them around.
I I kind of had both of those because at the time when I was doing that, I was like I was coming from the shelter. So I have shit. I ain't know nobody. I was a homeless kid or whatever in middle school. And then we started getting through life in Charlotte, and then I started meeting people and then seeing how people moved and how people was getting money. And I ain't never had no bread. I was never getting bread. So I started realizing like if you want to get money, you gotta get out there and get to a bag. So nigga got to a bag, started getting real money and started getting some motion. I also had um like hopes for rapping and being creative and music and video and all that. So I invested a lot of my time in it, and I would say I got kind of decent, kind of good, or whatever. But the money started coming in, popularity started coming in, and I just didn't know what to do with it at the time. I never was like the nigga to be liked by everybody. But I mean, I was always the nigga who had like was cool and shit. I was always selling candy, I always had a lot of friends, but it was never like people just I don't know. It was weird that people was just coming to me and it was I wasn't used to it. And uh made a mistake for sure. A few mistakes unintentionally. But yeah, it became like that, using people as tools to get other things or using drugs or money to take advantage of other things in life even. Like shit, I'll pull up to McDonald's with a bag of weed and be like, I ain't got no bread, but I got some weed. Let me get a 4 for 4. And they'd give me a fucking 4 for 4. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I trade shit for shit in real life. So and I was could say I was narcissistic. Who's not to a point? You have to be.
Apathy, low empathy, low guilt, high risk taking. People who score high on these traits are more likely to lie, to use others, to chase novelty, and yes, to cheat. Does that mean every cheater is a monster? No.
I wouldn't say so.
But it does mean this. If someone has strong entitlement, low empathy, and a habit of using others, cheating fits easily into their worldview. Add other traits like impulsivity, sensation seeking, and boredom with routine, and the temptation goes up even more.
I wouldn't say cheating fits into their routine or whatever. I just say it's less of a moral deficiency. Like it's less of a bad thing morally. Like niggas ain't gonna trip on me if I'm cheating because everybody cheating type shit. They're not looking at it like, oh, let me cheat. I don't know.
The brain adds its part too. Starting a new secret connection lights up reward circuits. Dopamine spikes. They feel energized, interesting
For sure,
again.
for sure, for sure.
But of course, explanation is not excuse. If you've ever been cheated on, you've probably wondered, how could they hug me, kiss me, tell me they love me, and then go meet someone else?
I never thought that. I never thought like, oh, how could they do this? How could they're lying, da da da. I just felt hurt and a little like betrayed. More of my narcissistic side, uh like I'm that nigga. Fuck you mean? So I mean I guess it was when you think of it. But more hurt because like, bro, you could have just fucked me. Like I always want to fuck. And I fuck good. So it's like, well, whatever.
One of the most common psychological tricks cheaters use is compartmentalization. They split their life into boxes. Box 1, I'm a loyal partner who cares about my family. Box 2, I'm this other version of myself with secret chats, hidden photos, different rules. And they work very hard to never let the boxes touch. They change names in their phone, delete messages, lie about where they were, rewrite timelines in their head. The more they protect the boxes, the more they feel.
I wouldn't say I rewrite timelines in my head or change names in my phone. I never did that. I did hide things, and yeah.
The main relationship is still good. This side thing is separate. I can handle it. In reality, it's the same person doing both, and that split slowly erodes their integrity. Some cheaters will say, I never stopped loving my partner. And strangely, they might even believe it. Because in their mind, love is in box 1, betrayal is in box 2. And as long as the boxes don't touch, they can still feel like a decent person. So, what are the stories cheaters tell themselves? To keep cheating going, they need stories. Without stories, the guilt would crush them. Some of the most common ones. It's just physical. Translation: I want the pleasure without the emotional consequences. My partner.
I'd agree with that for sure because at the end of the day, for me, it was all just physical. Like, shit, bitch, I'm finna bust down and goddamn, I'm finna not. And then I'm sliding home to my family. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really think about the second part, the box 2. Like he said, I was only thinking about box 1. And as long as they were separated, I was good. But once I realized that, like, once the boxes toppled over and all the shit hit the fan, I realized how much damage I did, and that it was painful to the person that I loved the most. So it was like, damn. And it took a part of me for real because it's like I never wanted to do that, and I'm never gonna do that again, and I'm just gonna avoid just certain people, and like I'm gonna avoid certain conversations, and I'm just not even gonna entertain certain shit because I don't want to make that same mistake again. And it kind of took a lot from me because that's not who I am. I'm everybody. What out. Hey. So yeah.
To this. Translation: I refuse full responsibility, so I'll drag them into my choices. If the relationship was truly right, I wouldn't even be tempted. Translation: instead of repairing, I'll use the flaws as excuses. This proves I'm still attractive. Translation: my self-worth is fragile, and I'm using other people as a mirror.
Yeah, I felt both of those for sure. Both of those for sure. Sometimes I just wanted to feel like make sure I still got it. Sometimes I wanted to make sure I'm still him. I'm still that nigga. I use certain excuses in the relationships to say like, oh, to justify it to myself though. You know what I'm saying? Even to my lady. So it's like, yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. I never thought about this.
Psychology has a term for this constant self-protection:
Okay.
self-serving bias. The instinct to explain our actions in ways that keep our ego comfortable and put the blame elsewhere. Paired with cognitive dissonance, this bias can keep someone cheating for months or years while convincing themselves that they are not as bad as real cheaters. There are different types of cheaters. Not all cheaters are the same. The chronic cheater, the one with multiple.
I wouldn't say I ever separated cheaters. Put cheaters in a category. I'm not doing this. This is bad, but this is nah, nigga cheating, fool. Fuck you mean.
A habit
So I
of
never
double
did that.
lives, entitlement, low empathy, and often dark triad traits. The situational cheater, someone who cheats during a period of grief, loss, major stress, or identity crisis. The exit cheater, they already want out of the relationship. Instead of ending it honestly, they cheat to create distance or force the breakup. The intimacy avoidant cheater, they get close, panic internally, and sabotage. Their
Mm.
logic: if I ruin this first, I won't have to wait for you to hurt me later. Underneath these behaviors can be deep wounds, but wounds explain, they do not excuse. Cheating today often starts with small things. It's just a like, it's just a DM, it's just a joke. Apps and social media create endless micro opportunities to cross boundaries. Emotional cheating grows from late night conversations, private jokes, venting about your partner, sending photos you'd never show your partner. The rule is simple: if you're hiding it, you already know what it is. So,
I'd say that part right there would be more for women because I'm not well, I don't know because that could be true for both ends, but I just didn't see the emotional cheating. I'm not really the emotional type of nigga. Uh we finna do it and I'm finna slide and you know what the fuck is up and don't fucking play with me neither.
happens inside the cheater during the affair? Many cheaters live in a constant roller coaster. Before seeing the other person, anticipation. During the affair, high energy, feeling wanted, escape from monotony. After, guilt, fear,
Shame.
promises to stop. Then again, boredom, emptiness, searching for the next hit. The cycle repeats and becomes automatic. Their partner, meanwhile, feels something.
And I'm sure that the psychology is in all of us when we do something that we don't necessarily think is good and we feel guilty about it and think like, bro, why am I doing this? Or bro, I'm not doing this no more, bro. And then it's just right back into it. It's a emotional roller coaster for sure. But I think that's just the psychology of everybody. It's just built into our genetics to feel some type of way after doing something we know is bad.
Off, but can't explain why. The betrayal started long before the truth came out. When cheating is exposed, you often see classic reactions: denial. You're imagining things. You're paranoid. Minimization.
Um, I like to think that I never was in denial and I was straightforward and honest when approached with a question. Uh and I don't like to think that I was telling my lady that she was delusional or you're tripping. It's not even like that. I like to think I'm pretty sure like this bitch want to fuck me, keep her away from me. Um, or like if she asks like, did you fuck her? And I'm like, I look at her like, if she asks me again, I'm gonna just be honest, like, yeah. Or I'll just come to her like I fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I cheated with this and I feel bad about it. There's plenty of times, but I don't think I ever was like, nah, you tripping. It's not that. And clearly is that. Like,
It was only once. It didn't mean anything. Reversal. Suddenly, they are the victim.
it didn't mean anything for sure. I said that. I said that. I probably said that. It didn't mean anything. Yeah.
You pushed me away. You made me feel unappreciated. All of this is self.
Reversal, probably for sure. Probably for sure. I'm not too proud about it. I am not too proud about the reversal. Uno reverse card. But I done probably Uno reversed Mm, that's crazy when you think about it because you never really think about it. And you never really take yourself outside of your shoes because we're the main character in all of our stories. But yeah, I done pulled that Uno reverse card for sure. And I'm not proud about it.
Their image of themselves as a good person is collapsing. Some people face this. They admit everything, accept consequences, get help, and rebuild. Others never do. They jump to the next partner and repeat the same story. At the end of the day, a cheater is not a mysterious creature. They are a person, often with poor emotional skills, avoidant or anxious attachment, high impulsivity or entitlement, and a lot of unexamined pain. Some can change.
All right, so here's my question. I know you can stop cheating for sure. I know you can sit down and think like I shouldn't do this and don't do that. Or I shouldn't talk to this person and don't talk to that person. Or I shouldn't like move a certain way and actually not move a certain way. I'm pretty sure, I'm absolutely positive you can do that. But the impulses too. I wonder if that's gonna change because sometimes if I'm being honest, I love my lady to death for sure. And I'm building for something bigger. Um, but I wonder if the impulses, because there's sometimes where I be I still see a lady on the street and be like, damn, she bad. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I still have the impulse too, even though I may not act on it, but the impulse is definitely there for sure. I wonder if that will ever change, but I don't think that was ever not there, to be real. Even with my lady, before my lady, like I don't think the impulse was ever not there. Like you see something nice, you're like, damn. But it's just the afterthought of acting now. You know what I'm saying? The action to act on the impulse.
Only if they stop lying to themselves first. And if you were on the receiving end, hear this clearly.
Okay.
Their cheating is not proof that you were unlovable, boring, or replaceable.
For sure.
It is proof that they chose the easier road for themselves instead of the honest one. You deserve someone who protects the relationship when they're lonely, not someone who throws it away for a moment of ego or excitement.
Impulse, acting on impulse in the moment's notice. Like, yeah, there's times where shit happens. You just gotta realize, like, yeah, I'm straight where I'm at. And you gotta tell yourself, I'm not finna hurt my lady, bruh. You gotta realize that your partner looks up to you or holds you on a level of greatness. You're some type of superhero to your partner. Just know that. And if you make a mistake, you could talk about things. You can communicate with your partner, and if you're feeling some type of way before you act, let it be known. Like you're not going to be the worst person in that situation. You're going to be a human being who's in tune with their emotions. But um once you do that without them and they find out and you get exposed, the cape comes off, bruh. You are no longer a hero, bruh. No longer. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You're a villain for sure. So just keep that in mind. If you really love your partner, bruh. Because we all make mistakes and we're all human, but the wise learn from other people's mistakes so they don't have to repeat mistakes.
And if this helped you see even a piece of your story a little more clearly, tap like.
Yeah.
So this reaches more people trying to make sense of betrayal.
Yeah,
And if
for
you want
sure.
more content like this, subscribe.
You heard him. If you want more content like this, subscribe because I just subscribed to him and I'm going to be reacting to all his videos. Maybe not all of them, the interesting ones. Uh I'm pretty sure we learned a lesson or two in this video. Um definitely informative. And, you know, if you're struggling with being cheated on or cheating, if it even crosses your mind at all or whatever, just know that you could change. You know what I'm saying? You just have to realize, if you really like your partner and love your partner and care about your partner, you have to realize that, bruh, cheating is a problem. You're gonna hurt your partner for sure. They're gonna look at you different for sure, and you're not gonna. It's just not gonna be the same. And if you want to avoid that, just go through a break or break up. That just because you want to be with somebody else doesn't mean the end of a friendship. But when you cheat, that could end the relationship. Serious. The whole relationship. No friends, no nothing. Now y'all just know each other. Shit's awkward. But yeah, this was a good one. Midnight Oracle. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Help push me through that algorithm. I'm trying to get 100 subscribers. That's my goal. 100 subscribers. And I have like 10 or 11 right now. I got to double check. It's been going up a little bit. But yeah.